Be sick. UFC fans are dumb. They complain about cards once in a while. Baldy announces a stacked card or a mega fight. They're all happy again. I know, dude. They're so fickle. They really are. Like, bet you anything, chat, the UFC 317 card will be decent and everyone will forget about what the UFC's put us through this year so far. Yes or no? Guru, I think my girlfriend's going to break up with me. Any advice? Yeah, I don't know. Break up with her first? Act like it was your choice. If you feel like that's where she's steering the conversation, you go, I've got something I need to say. I'm feeling, you know, I mean, you have to get in there first, I think. 100% you have to get in there first. If you, I'm sorry, but I have to tell you this. I've got something I need to tell you. It's over. And watch her completely stop crying and putting on this emotional act. And suddenly she'll become angry that you've done it first. I just need to talk to you about something that's been bothering me. I've got something to say to you. We're done. Easy. Thank you very much for... Before she's about to reveal that I don't know. It depends how she's acting, because she could be like emotional with you, like gonna reveal that her dad's like dying of cancer or some shit. So... In which case, don't jump in by breaking up with her instead. In which case, maybe wait and hear it out. And then if you're really sure... Yeah, don't do that then. Yeah, I'm pregnant. Yeah, she's going to reveal some really like drastic news and you just nip it in the bud. You know what? I've got something to say too. We're over. Thank you very much for the $2. Kobe James was pretty good. Kobe James was pretty good. It was a shame. They'll try and move on from that. Especially because probably by then they will have some kind of clarity on the Jones situation. Impression of Habib and bros talking who's the prettiest goat. Brother, this one, she bleat so loud, you know, there's nothing like it. Some shit like that. Chat, I get fucking so much bullshit fucking bait on Instagram, dude. Why can't a real woman message me? Listen to this DM I just got on Instagram. They ain't never catching me lacking. Should I read this DM to you from this obvious bait fake woman? These are the type of shit that fucking degenerate YouTubers fall for, dude. They try to catch you lacking so much. It's never going to get me because I'm not going to fucking reply to bullshit like this. But look at this. Hi, a friend told me about you and I couldn't help but want to get to know you, lol. Anyways, it's a bit embarrassing, but my parents still check my phone. So hit me up on my Snapchat instead. Like, shut up, bitch. Some fake-ass account from some Indian dude anyway. But even still, you think I'm going to get caught lacking by some shit like that? Ain't no fucking nonce, dude. Thank you for the 5. This is how other MMA... This is not MMA YouTubers. This is how other fucking YouTubers always get these fucking DMs and probably get caught up on some weird shit, man. Boxing is a beauty. Meanwhile, these motherfuckers go 12 rounds and end without a single mark on their faces. I know. Lame. Combat sports should be hideous. Dude, you tell me. I made a pretty compelling argument. Arabic Bilal song, please. Bilal. I don't know, some shit like that. Would you let Jones hit it raw for 1 million? Shut up, dude. No. No, not for 1 million, no. And not for anything. Ryan losing. No, Ryan's 3 rounds to 2. Rolly knocked him down and got a 10-8. So I just spat in my bin. I had a weird thing in my mouth. Joaquin Buckley's nose gang report in. Damn right, brother. It's a big fan base. No, chat, you can't let anyone know your number, dude, just because you want to go into negotiations with them having no clue what your limitations are. But no, I would never let him, you know. Just out of principle, dude, because I know you didn't, you know what I mean? Just out of principle, no. Jones don't get what he fucking wants until he Well, I'm not even going to put him taking the Aspinall fight on the line. Just no to Jon Jones, no matter the money. Impression of Bully Tom. Sometimes you got to tell Jon Jones no. You know? Good jabs from Ryan Garcia. Damn, these rounds go by fucking fast in boxing, huh? Head of a Buck versus Cuck heavy fight week? I think so, yeah. I think so. But that's what we want to see, dude. That's what we want to see. Who wins in MMA? Fight in 1989 with 6 months to train. Alexander Karelin or Mike Tyson? I'm going to say something right now, and I don't care what anyone says. Mike Tyson is not anywhere near the most dangerous man in human history. Alexander Karelin would absolutely fucking do what he wants with Mike Tyson. I swear to fucking God he would, dude. We've seen how difficult it is for people that know and have prepared to catch people going for takedowns on them to actually land a shot as someone goes for a takedown. I swear to God, Karelin would fucking pick him up like a bitch and drag him around. I swear to God he would. And that's not even a controversial take. Not even a controversial take, dude. He'd fucking topple Mike Tyson over so easily and do whatever he wanted to him. Karelin's fucking huge as well. And also on the sauce like Mike Tyson in his prime. So, you know. He'd fucking manhandle him. Absolutely fucking manhandle him. Karelin. Not Krillin. But Lewis McGrillin, maybe, yeah. Like, people say, like, who wins this historic battle? So-and-so or, like, Muhammad Ali? Like, dude, if it's a grappler, like, Ali's getting ragdolled, man. Like, I'm sorry. It's just how it is. They're getting ragdolled. Like, even in MMA, we learn that strikers can't deal with it. You know? Even in MMA, where they've trained years to deal with it, they can't deal with it. So, yeah, they would fucking ragdoll him. Krillin? No. Is that a Dragon Ball Z thing? DBZ. Is that Dragon Ball Z? DBZ Krillin. Guru taking a gorilla to a comfortable decision. Sure. Thank you for the 2. Is your tummy spilling over onto your desk and do you have to scoop floating side to side, cutting off the cage at all? Literally on a honeymoon right now, but ain't no way I'm missing a stream, Pigster. Thank you for the $5 certified Reddit genius. I appreciate you, man. Ain't no way I'm missing a stream, Pigster. Thank you for the 5, brother. Appreciate you. That one chick has good footwork. Natalia Silva, you mean? Is that who you mean right there? I doubt it, but is that it? On a honeymoon right now, but ain't no way. That's the lamest thing I've ever heard. Enjoy your honeymoon, man. Get the fuck out of the stream. An African 17 is like 50 Western years, though. All right, calm down. Forrest Griffin, more like Forrest Gump. All right, guys. There you go. Forrest Gump, I guess. Bedtime's picking JDM to beat Bilal, so you have to pick Bilal for JDM to pull through somehow and become champ. No, I am actually going with JDM. I was rewatching the Leon Edwards fight. I put a tweet up about it earlier, dude. The Leon Edwards-Bilal fight, that is. Dude, Bilal ain't do that much. You know what I mean? He really didn't do that well. The new era of these, like, Middle Eastern guys and Muslim guys being called dominant for winning a 48-47 decision has to fucking stop, man. Don't you think? That's honestly the new era. The fuck did Leon do? Dude, Leon won round 3 and 5 on damage. He just did. He straight up did. He reversed nearly every position on the ground as well and ended up on top. He just didn't do fuck all from there. If JDM is reversing those positions, if JDM is like... First of all, he'll handle the moment on the feet better because he doesn't back up like Leon Edwards does and he can actually stand his base. He may get taken down more, but he'll get back up, man. Leon had Bilal melting in round 5 at the end of it, the very end of it, yeah. But round 1 is competitive round. He hit Bilal with big knee, big elbow, big punches, you know, but Bilal took him well. I want to be just like you, Mr. Hill. Please pound late. I know. It's so weird, man. That beautiful black skin. Ian Garry's so fucking strange. I posted it in my recent video. Fucking weirdo. We all cannot wait to watch Bo Nickel this week. I think he wins, but yeah. It's going to be a good world, huh? Puts it into perspective. Does Cameron O'Neill just pay someone off? I mean, yeah, he's not going to go to jail for it, man. Rampage was saying he would want Jon Jones backing him, and DJ said Jon would side with the robber and rob you instead of... Yeah. I saw that, actually. I did see that. Thank you for the £5. True take. Thank you for the £5, man. I did see that. Will Top Turo retire after beating Islam? Maybe. Maybe he will. Because yes or no, chat, if Topuria beats Islam Makhachev in his next fight, even if he just leaves the sport, he will, in a way, become a greater Khabib. Don't you think? He will get referred to like how Khabib was referred to, but better, I reckon. Like a more savage version of Khabib that did it to better names, and that's how he'll go down. I really think so. You know? Because Khabib really had 3 major wins. And so will Ilya. But Ilya's will be like, he knocked out Prime Volk and knocked out Prime Holloway for the first time. Holloway had never been chinned. And then he knocked out Islam Makhachev when he was on the brink of GOAT status. And, you know what I mean? It would be different, for sure. So I think he might quit after that and just live off of that aura for the rest of his life. No, 29-0. Yeah, but I don't care who the first... Khabib fought a bunch of fucking paid-to-lose fucking retards for his first 14 fights, so... It doesn't... The 29-0 means nothing from Khabib. Anyone can get that record. If Topuria fought 14 debuting opponents like Khabib did, then he could have that record as well. You know? Topuria was fighting Volkanovski at the same time that Khabib fought someone making their debut, so... It's a little different, man. And I mean their pro debut, not their UFC debut. He wasn't in the UFC yet. Reports coming out that Francis Modo down because he refused to freshen up in the local nightclub toilets. Calm down. Who's your Mount Rushmore of boxers? I don't care. Muhammad Ali, Billy Joe Saunders, Nick Ball, and Sonny Edwards, I think. Thank you for the £2. Someone called you the Goebbels of MMA. So true. All right. Impression of Conor yelling at Francis, "You mad retard of a thing," on the scene after witnessing... All right, man. Can we be done with the Ngannou stuff now, please? Do you think Ngannou asked Dana for the Killer Night bonus? Impression of Rogan in Hogwarts getting the Marauders map. It's a Marauder. People forget, man. This map's a Marauder. Thank you very much for the €2. Looking forward to you running the UFC soon, mate. Cheers. No problem, dude. I'll make it happen. Stand your base isn't a saying. It's a lifestyle. Dude, you know what's now a saying thanks to Charles Radke's new fucking merch chain? Say it again, Radke! Radke's going to say it again in Canada. I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but he's going to. I got a comment on his recent Instagram post. I might be looking for my 10%, I'm not going to lie, but he's pushing the say it again, Radke fucking angle right now. Of his fan base, and it's going bankrupt as well, so it won't last much longer. I think they're actually going to transition it into more of a kickboxing league, so that might be their new goal, to be honest with you, because the kickboxing in 1FC is more interesting than the fucking than the MMA, in my opinion. Would you go hunting in the Florida Everglades with Moicano if he asked you? Hunting for what? Gilbert Burns? No, I don't know. I'm not going hunting in the Florida Everglades, no. Guru, check DM at is my name Cedric's affidavit. Okay. I don't see it. You gotta send a new one, dude. I get loads of DMs on Instagram. Not loads of them, but I keep getting added into these fucking ass group chats and they spam. So you gotta send a fresh one. Granite Davis. You're wasting my fucking time. Everyone does this, dude. They never just send it fresh and then donate and think in their dumb fucking head when they do this shit. Fucking annoying, man. I ain't fucking looking for you in my DMs. Fuck off. Do you think there are actually any fighters that would try and swing on you in person if they saw you? Ian Garry would absolutely press me in person, chat. What do you think? I don't think any other fighter would. Adesanya would probably look me down in like an anime stance. Adesanya would look me down in an anime stance. Jones would like rest his hand on my shoulder and like try and do some Bane shit to me. 100%. Ian Garry would like, no, come outside. Come on, if you got something to say to Layla, here she is, say it to her face. And he'd bring Layla up to me and try and make me say shit. 100% he would do that. Ian Garry would be the only one to push any kind of thing like that. I bet you anything. What do you got to say now, huh? He would do some shit like that to me. And then you know what I would do, chat? I'd fucking knock him the fuck out. If he ever tried to fucking press me in person, dude. I'd chin that fucking bitch. Nah, I wouldn't. But still, I'd try. Chat, would you give me respect, chat, if a UFC fighter tried pressing me and I actually fucking stood my fucking base and threw hands? What do you think? If I don't even hesitate, dude. I swear to God, if any of them try getting in my face, I'm fucking swinging it straight away, dude. I swear to God I am. Heavy punches, dude. Haymakers off rip, dude. They ain't gonna see it coming. What if I actually knock one of them out? Can you imagine? Like Brandon Moreno tries pressing me backstage at a UFC event, and the cameras don't see it at first, but you hear commotion. And everyone's running and like clearing the way backstage, and the embedded camera crew spin, and you catch a glimpse of me just with Moreno. I have him by the ankle and I'm swinging him over my head like this. And that's the glimpse of what you see going down to Brandon Moreno. Man, put me down, man. I don't like it, man. And I'm swinging him above my head backstage at a UFC event. Would you give me respect? Thank you for the 2. Ian Garry made Neil to be a kid. He did make out Neil Magny to be a kid beater. He did. It was pathetic. And it nearly lost him his court case. Do you feel in charge? Jones to Guru in a room. Oh, God, dude. I swear you would do some Bane shit. Sent it 5 seconds before. No need to soy rage oinky. Okay, let me see if I can see it. No. Do I already have you accepted? I do already have you accepted. There you go. You sent me Nina's feet. Before. But you send me a bunch of stuff all the time. Tim Welch. None of this is concrete. Is in a video of him legit smoking crack. This is the thing I think I accepted you. Sanko doing a post-show interview with O'Malley when Pantoja goes flying across the screen and you hear Guru say, and stay out. Yeah, exactly. And let that be a lesson to everyone else. I'm just going on some rant. Thank you for the £5. Who wins in a street race on the highway? Ngannou or Jon Jones? It is Ngannou on a motorbike, I guess. Anthony Smith would press you, ball up and say, come on, Guru, you're not tough, in fetal position. Yeah, he would, yeah. Smith is like a metapod, just uses Harden. All right. Guru versus Anthony Smith is close on paper. Thank you for the $2. It actually is. If O'Malley loses against Marab, should he move up? Maybe. Thank you for the €2. Garry would press you holding his kid so you won't hit him. I would steal. 5 Gurus versus a silverback. What's your prediction? I'd win, I reckon. Easily, I'd win. Cheap shot Jon Jones and make a vid titled I knocked out Jon Jones. Just back of the head shot on him. I knocked out Jon. Jones pressed me and I slept him backstage at UFC 315. You know? There's no way you lose to Strickland. Nah, Strickland would beat me. His defense is too good. Anthony Smith used defense curl. Okay. True. Would you box Hassan? Hassan Abi? I assume the only Hassan that you would even reference. Yes, but I don't want to step on the fucking Candyman's kill. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be stealing the Candyman's kill. He's in hot pursuit, but yes. Thoughts on Luis J. Gomez? He's pretty cool. I don't know. I don't really find stand-up comedy all that funny in general, but he seems alright from what I've seen. Were you a UFC fan when you first watched Rogan versus the bald boxing promoter? He also kept it real on Bisping's pod about the UFC, which is why Bisping got rid of him, I think. I fraud checked Jon Jones. Were you a UFC fan when you first watched the Rogan versus the Bald boxing promoter? No. No, I didn't. Yes, I was already a fan when I watched that. Yeah. But I didn't watch that and then become a fan. No. I found out about that later. When I became a UFC fan, I watched back so much. You know what was really good for that? There was a... I don't remember what it was. There were so many old videos of like these moments that went down in MMA history back in the day. They had really good content for that type of thing. I think it was on their Fox show. They had a show on Fox, and they would do top 5. Do you guys remember top 5 on Fox? And they'd have Bisping on there with like Gastelum and shit, and they'd be going back and top 5 this and top 5 that, and you just pick it up. No, I never watched Fear Factor, no. DVD sets of top 100 UFC moments. Exactly, yes. There you go. Damn, I spent €2 for a maybe and another one for this. I'm sorry, dude. No. I'm sorry, man. I'm trying. Imagine seeing Garry pop Jones and take off. Thank you, Berms, for the €2, man. I'm sorry. Or the 3. Let's round it up to 3. You know what I mean? Imagine seeing Garry pop Jones and take off. I wouldn't even take off, dude. I'd be there celebrating and aura farming over his limp body. Thank you for the 5. Pantoja versus Figueiredo 2 would be good matchup if Figgy didn't move up. It would, but Figgy can't make 125 anymore. I was actually pushing for that fight, you know, but he wouldn't make 125 anymore. Anthony Smith beats the gorilla by balling up and tricking the gorilla into treating him like it's a gorilla baby.